Good morning and welcome. Welcome to the Arisure ribbon cutting, Woodbridge Township. Thank you. All it took was a little food. We got quite a crowd, so now I know how to get folks to work in the morning. This is a tremendous outpouring, a great turnout. I want to thank each and every one of you for being with us this morning, and certainly all of our elected officials, all of our leadership team here at Arisure. It's a tremendous turnout. It's a great day for Arisure and for all of us, except for the cell phone that Susan has, or Chris. It must be Chris, right? It's always Chris. So pleased that all of you could join us here this morning. It's a great turnout. This was several months in the making, and there's so many of you that will be thanked along the way. But I just want to say that we kind of have like the New York Yankees murder row of Aaron Judge, Juan Soto, Giancarlo Stanton, when you see Rios, Kenny, McCormick, and Coughlin. So even as a Mets fan, I can appreciate talent. I think we all know who the Yankees are. I'm a Mets fan. It was a tough loss last night, but we're still one up with 5 to go. If any of you don't know me, I'm Gary Taffet. I am a managing member of Arisure, New Jersey. I've been with the company really since their growth inception back in 2013. Let's hear it for the original Reliance Insurance Group team. But today is such a meaningful day as we welcome and officially open our new marquee headquarters here in Woodbridge Township. It's a significant milestone for all of us. And so you might ask, why Woodbridge Township? Woodbridge Township, first marquee client, our original home, our most significant and longest serving client. I don't know that I would be able to be standing here without the friendship and support of Woodbridge Mayor John McCormick. And so I want to thank you for that. And the incredible political leadership that he and the other folks that are here with us have brought to bear here today. I also see Woodbridge Chief of Staff Carolyn Ehrlich. And Carolyn, welcome. And so since you guys were the longest serving and first marquee client, you know, Mac, as they say, you always remember your first. And so we are here because we are here. Yes, okay, maybe that was a little bit of a punchline of sorts. But no, but we are here because this really is the epicenter. It's the epicenter of Arisure nationally. It's the epicenter of Arisure, New Jersey. And it's where Ryan and Mike and others have worked so diligently to make sure is our home. The milestone today is not possible without each and every one of you. I think it's been incredible the way we have come together as a family, as a team, the way we have merged relatively seamlessly. At least, you know, from public perception, it's been seamless. I'm sure it has not been easy behind the scenes. But you folks, this team, you guys are the backbone. You are what makes this company so successful and so important. I think we're all indebted to each and every one of you very deeply. I joined this company back in 2013, and I could not have imagined that it would grow into the Arisure that it is today. And so some people think we were an overnight success. The reality, as Steve Jobs has said, is if you look closely, most overnight successes really took an incredibly long time. And so this is more than a decade in the making, and for that, I thank you. This team is made up of incredible professionals, and so I want to recognize the staffs of Beckerman, Chadler, Doyle, Marquis, Perth Amboy, Petrie, Reliance, and TIB. Let's hear it for Lou, George, Casey, Joe, Ryan, and each and every one of you. Thank you. I also want to make sure I recognize our building leadership. I don't know if who's here or not, but Jeremy Shaw and the Atlantic Development Realty team have been incredible to work with. I also want to make sure that we thank Jim Komatsu, our office manager, because nothing happens without Jim. So thank you for making sure all of our little issues have been taken care of. I have to say, this really is like the marquee building in Woodbridge Township in central New Jersey, and I don't think Arisure could be prouder or more fortunate to be here than we are. And so with that being said, I would like to introduce and ask for a few words some of the dignitaries that are here this morning. first, we're going to start with one of my dear, dear friends, affectionately known as America's Mayor. In fact, he actually has a tie on today that says America's Mayor. I told you the story. We're not here in Woodbridge Township by accident. John McCormick, for the past almost 20 years, has brought incredible leadership here as mayor of Woodbridge Township. But my relationship, our relationship with John goes back even further than that. John and I first met back in 1991.
You're stealing my speech.
Okay, then I'll say good night and thank you. But we know, well, I'll just say we know each other for a few years, and so I am incredibly thankful for the friendship, for the support, for the partnership that John McCormick and the entire Woodbridge Township team have offered us these 20-plus years and then some. And so with that, I consider John to be, candidly, the greatest mayor, certainly one of the greatest mayor that we have here in New Jersey, certainly the greatest we've had in Woodbridge Township. And I've seen a few of them in my day, including some that have gone on to become governor. So without further ado, I'm going to ask John McCormick to come up for a few words.
So I did meet Gary back in September of 1991 for a breakfast meeting at the Metro Diner on Oak Tree Road in Island. He was late. So uncharacteristic of Gary to be late for a meeting. But it was a political meeting. Gary was running Jim McGreevy's 1991 campaign for mayor. I was running the 4th Ward. There's 5 wards in Island. I grew up in the 4th Ward, so I was running the 4th Ward. So we had a meeting, and we met, and he said, "Oh, you're McCormick." I said, "Yeah, you're the great and powerful Gary Brian Taffet." And he said, "Yeah, that's me." And from that on, we have had an amazing friendship that goes beyond just working together. We hang out together. We go to spring training together. I force him to go to the Yankees and not the Mets because I am the client, so I get to pick, and he's got to do what I want, not what he wants. But we've had a great friendship. We also worked together. He was the chief of staff for McGreevy. I was the chief financial officer. And we got him elected that year in 91. We got him reelected in 95. We got him reelected in 99 as mayor. And then we also, I think, created the kind of record in Woodbridge that he ran on for governor, just missed the first time, won it the second time. And then we worked together in Trenton. Gary is the chief of staff and me as the treasurer. So we've been a really good team for a long, long time. 33 years we've known each other. Him on the political side, me on the operational side. Even though he's not directly connected politically with us, he's still somebody I go to all the time for advice, all the time for help. Running a big town is not easy. You need people who know what the heck they're doing, and Gary does. We also have the professional relationship through Arisure. I don't pick people because they're my friends and let them do work for the town. I pick people because they're good. And Arisure and the prior Reliance and all the people that Gary have been absolutely tremendous insurance consultants and advisors for us, and have probably over the years, I've been 17, almost 18 years, probably have saved us millions of dollars with the way they come up with ideas, with the way they handle everything, with the way they defend us when they have to. So just because we're friends doesn't mean Arisure gets the account. Arisure gets the account because Arisure is really, really good at what they do. You see the numbers, the proclamation here, I couldn't believe when I was reading it. It's 30,000 clients in New Jersey, #1 largest property casualty agency in the U.S., 6th largest insurance broker in the world, 800 well-paying jobs across 30 locations. This is a serious company, folks. And they're that way because they are really good at what they do. And that's because they have somebody leading them like Gary Taffet, who is just one of the smartest guys I've ever known politically, one of the smartest guys I've ever known operationally. I think he's tremendous. My career is better having known Gary Taffet. And my success is in a lot of ways dependent on that relationship. 33 years now and going strong, and I'm not stopping, and I know Gary's not stopping. So congratulations to Gary and all the partners of Arisure and all the employees, and best of luck in the future. Okay.
I just made a game time decision. I plan on living another 40 or 50 years, but John is definitely speaking at my wake. So I just want to make sure whoever's taking notes, put him on that list, okay? And I'm Jewish. I don't even think I'm having a wake, but yeah, whatever. But thank you, Mayor McCormick. Like, you know, we joke a little bit, you know, and we've had a great repertoire for the last 30 plus years. But the truth is, it is grounded in strong public policy and a strong belief in doing what's right for this state and for this town and for this region. And for that partnership, we are eternally indebted to you. And thank you, John. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, all of Woodbridge Township, for that. I also want to ask to join us. You know, this is a great town, but it's also because it's part of the greatest county in the land, and that's not insignificant. We've had very strong continuity in terms of the political elected leadership in this county for a long time. And so the next gentleman has been our commission director, used to be called freeholder director. He's the head of our county government. And I would argue that Middlesex County is the envy of New Jersey in terms of operations. We have everything in this county. It is vast. It is 900,000 people. It is the third largest in the state, but it is #1 in our hearts. And Ron Rios has been that commission director since 2013, I believe. So when I joined Arisure, when we joined Arisure, Ron joined the commission board as the director. And so he's really been an incredible friend now for more than a decade, somebody we work very closely with. And so the amenities that you see here in Metro Park, a lot of that is due to the county investment that's been made to this business, to this region. And folks like Ron Rios and the gentleman next to him, Charlie Kenny, who's a commissioner from Woodbridge Township. This is his home. This is his backyard. That's why he's here with us this morning. I want a special shout out to Charlie Kenny. And ask our favorite commission director, Ron Rios, to come up for a few words. Thank you.
Good morning. This is great. And you know, we all could admit that success is not by ourselves, and we have to leave our egos at the door. And Arisure and Reliance and Gary, I'm so happy that this company operates the way they do, because you know what? At the end of the day, what you all do for Arisure make life easy for us, and you make life easy for the residents of Middlesex County. We welcome you here in Metro Park in Middlesex County. But I have to say thank you. Thank you for what you do. Thank you how you do it. And we've had success because of all of you. And I could say that we're proud to be a partner with Arisure because you all do an amazing job. And we welcome you in your new home in Island, Woodbridge Township, and Middlesex County. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. And with that, I mean, I love this business because we really are incredible friends. But with that, I could say the next and last elected official speaker that I'm going to ask to come up is actually titled the speaker. But Craig Coughlin has been also a very good friend, a Woodbridge friend, a New Jersey friend, a Middlesex County friend for more than 3 decades, and somebody that we kind of came up through the ranks with. And Craig was an all-star from day one, and he's had a history in South Amboy and all the towns in the 19th District. He got wise and moved to Woodbridge at some point, and really, I think he was elected to the Assembly in like 2010, I believe. It was, okay. They're just making sure that my dates are right. And became the third highest elected official in the state of New Jersey. Assembly Speaker, you know, Governor, then you have Senate President, Assembly Speaker. Those are jockey as 2 and 3 in the state. And so Craig Coughlin ascended the New Jersey Legislature's General Assembly Speaker role back in 2018 and has led that body and led this state with distinction ever since. Again, you see the investment being made here in Central Jersey, whether it's Woodbridge or all of the communities around. It's not by accident. It comes with committed and strong leadership. And if it's Ron Rios and Charlie Kenny, if it's John McCormick and Carolyn Erlin, then it's certainly also Craig Coughlin, and it's certainly that state investment. And so he's been, like I said, a dear friend, somebody who cares about making this state better. He's one of us. You know, he's never forgotten his roots. But let's hear it for our Assembly Speaker, Craig Coughlin.
Well, good morning, everybody. It's a real pleasure to be here with everybody. And I know it's a big deal when I show up with a resolution. I know it's an especially big deal when we put a real frame on it. So this must be truly a great, because this is the best frame I think we've ever seen. But it is truly, because it is a really exciting event. You know, a company like Arisure comes and decides to make their headquarters in New Jersey, right here in Woodbridge, where they belong, by the way. It is something truly special. And so I'm proud to be here with everybody. Let's just talk to a couple seconds about Arisure and who they really are. I mean, we know them as the face of the folks that we see on a regular basis. In fact, this looks an awful lot like about 500,000 fundraisers I've been at where Gary is sending people to do that. But Arisure is a real big company, right? It's 1,000 offices worldwide, $4 billion in revenue, serving one of 5 small businesses in the state, in the nation. And one of the real leaders in fintech and continue to expand into all other kinds of ways. But for most of us, I think this is really a kind of a personal place. I have known the folks, I've known Gary, as he has pointed out, for what is measured in decades. And the people that he has had the privilege of working with, I've come to know them as friends. I've been in their office more times than you can count. I know the kind of work they do, and I know the kind of things that they're committed to, and they're really committed to the community. That's why Middlesex County is so important to Gary Taffet. That's why Woodbridge is so important to Gary Taffet, and why he's put together a remarkable organization. Now, he's truly the leader of this. He's put together a remarkable team with Mike Iannacone and Ryan Tola. But it's strategic partnerships that he's managed to bring together, starting with Reliance, a friend like Lou Beckerman, the Doyle Group, everybody coming together and making this the hub and a really special place. I have seen the new offices. They're really open. They're really spacious. So I get to see all of your faces in a real way, not tucked away in an office. And I think that speaks to it. This is really a special, remarkable building. And so it is a great event to be here. But I do want to take some time to talk about my dear friend, one of my dearest friends in life. 2 of my dearest friends in life are here, John McCormick and Gary Taffet. We're Woodbridge guys. That's why this is so important that this be in Woodbridge, because it is a community, and it's something that Gary Taffet has built. I remember him from Highview Planning. Anybody here remember them besides me? And all of the stops in between. And you know Gary, I know Gary, and if you know him, you know how much he really cares about all of the details, about caring for people's needs. It's the reason he goes to Florida and roots for the Yankees when he has to. I'm glad this day has finally come, because every day he asks me about 5 times, are you going to be there on the 25th? Anybody who knows him knows that that's the real deal. Yeah, you're smiling, right? But Gary's somebody who genuinely cares and who wants to have everybody be successful. He's also, any of you who have worked up close and personal with him know, he's about the smartest guy in the business. And when I say the business, I mean every business. The insurance business, the politics business, the life business. He's somebody who we all depend on and rely upon for advice, often when it's the hardest time to get that advice, often when it's the most challenging situations. But it's that kind of leadership and friendship and relationships that he has built that makes him special and makes it a special day for us, because I think for Gary, this is truly a crowning glory, to look at this place and not have to meet at the Rio Diner to talk about things, about moving the business forward. It's really special. Arisure is a special company, and Gary's become a real leader in that. He's recognized throughout the organization as somebody who really makes a difference. It's why New Jersey has moved up so much in the Arisure portfolio. It's why it's an important, critical part. It's all about Gary Taffet having had relationships built over the course of decades and taking them and bringing them to a company that is truly a worldwide leader. So it's a special day for Woodbridge because Arisure is here. It's a special day for all of us who know all of you and want to say congratulations and thank you for all of you done and for the friendship over the course of that time, and to look forward together as Arisure moves forward. And a special thanks to my very dear friend Gary Taffet for all he has done for me personally, but for I think what he has done for all of us, and in bringing us here today and to bringing this great organization to home to where it ought to be. It's going to be a bright future. It's going to be a great adventure. Enjoy it. Be supportive of it. Be thankful you get to be part of it. It is my true privilege to be able to call Gary my dear friend, and a privilege to be with all of you today. Let's have a great day and celebrate. You're good? Okay.
I'm going to take this back and get a better frame.
Don't worry, we're about a quarter of the way through the program. Anybody else who wants to say nice things about me, raise your hand, and you can come up and speak and be, you know. I'm going to see if I should have invited my mother if I knew you guys were going to say such nice things. I mean, only she would have believed it. So, I just want you all to know I actually work for two gentlemen that are behind me. I'm actually not the boss here. So, Ryan Tola and Mike Iannacone are who I report to, or at least that's what I tell folks. So, and I do want to introduce them and ask them to say a few words. Ryan Tola, you know, when I got into this business, when I started Reliance Insurance Group, Lou Beckerman was one of the early folks who encouraged me to get in. But when I really started this business, first Highview and then Reliance, there were really two pillars, one on each side of me. They were the brain power. I appreciate what you've said, kind words, and you know, we're all grounded, though, in public policy and being strong consultants. And Jay McManus and Ryan Tola were among the smartest people that I knew in terms of property casualty and health insurance, and later went on to become, you know, partners here at Arisure. Jay is just back from Ireland and enjoying his days, still working with us as a consultant, but not here full time. But Ryan still is. And so Ryan is now the head of the New Jersey Public Entity Division. I believe Arisure represents more than 100 public entities, whether it's towns, school districts. In the grand scheme of things, it's not a significant portion of the overall Arisure book, but right here at this office, here at the New Jersey platform, it is such a critical component. I'm very proud of the work we do for 100 plus public entities in the state of New Jersey with all of your help. And so with that, I would ask to come up to say a few words, the head of our public entity division, Ryan Tola.
So I will definitely be brief. I know we all have a lot of drinks and some breakfast to get to, but I just want to say when I started out in my career about 25 years ago in the public entity business, you know, it was just myself and maybe one or two other people in a very small office here in Woodbridge Township. And when I look around and see what I see today and where we are today and everyone that's here, everyone that's a part of this team, I can imagine pretty good, but I got to be honest with you, back then I could not have imagined that we would be where we are today, as large as we are today, as critical as we are to our clients, to the industry, to the carriers that we work with and represent, and everyone working together as a team in this great building. So couldn't be happier to be here. Looking forward to another bunch of years ahead doing this some more, and the best is yet to come. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So in the grand scheme of things, somebody has to also make sure that the trains are running on time, somebody who understands numbers, somebody who understands people, somebody who's been an insurance and business professional, you know, for many decades. And that's where Mike Iannacone comes in, a CPA by trade, something, John, you could appreciate. So automatically puts him toward the head of the list in terms of brain power, and really a dear, dear friend. And so, you know, he headed up the Chandler division. I was already part of the Arisure team when he joined, but he moved up those ranks and has had an incredible team in Fairfield, and now is the leader of our New Jersey platform. And so I have immense respect and I think a pretty good friendship, and I just want to make sure all my expense reports get approved. So whatever nice things I could say about Mike, I want to make sure I say them. But now, I don't think you could have a better leader, a stronger, a better leader, a better team, everybody that he has brought to bear as part of that process. And so to say a few words, he really is the leader of the New Jersey platform, managing member of Arisure, New Jersey, Mike Iannacone.
Thank you, everybody, and thank you to our dignitaries. I really appreciate you taking the time and all the kind words. And really, it was meaningful to start here in Woodbridge. If you look around the country, we continue to lead a $4 billion company. They turned to New Jersey They turn to Gary, they turn to us and say, hey, we want you to pave the way to what Acrisure is going to look like, and this is what Acrisure is going to look like in the future. You know, one of my jobs now is to go around the state and take a pulse of what's going on, and I'm going to do a lot of that today as I hit a bunch of offices. But, you know, I learned that if I just go to that office next to the kitchen, I will learn everything I need to know about Acrisure. I mean, the activity that you see and the vibrancy you see in this office is palpable. I mean, the connectivity, you know, a lot of the leadership at Acrisure reaches out to Gary and I and Ryan and team and say, you know, how are we doing in New Jersey? And I say, it's about the people, it's about the team. It's about the connectivity. I think we have to continue to take care of the home field advantage we have, that we could kind of get everywhere we want to get to, any office within an hour. I want to thank our Newmark team here, that basically Jamie and team that is working with us and kind of building out what the New Jersey of the future is going to look like, but continue to be there for our clients, be there for our people. I think if we take care of our clients and create a great client experience, we'll have a great employee experience, and we'll just have a great career, a great life the rest of the way together as part of Acrisure. But again, thank you everyone for being here today. Thank you for what you guys are doing every day. It's easy for, you know, Gary and I or Ryan's of the world to kind of say, hey, you know, this is what we do, but all the system changes, all the procedural changes. You guys have battled through this. And the one thing I've been saying lately is we are done with change. I mean, especially this group. This group is in an office. They're in the system. Now we're just moving ahead as one Acrisure and one team. So thank you for all you've done. Have a great day. And I know we're going to end this with a toast from Gary. Thank you very much.
All right, don't worry, the end is near. In fact, I'm going to have the best announcement that I'm going to be able to make today. I'm going to try and make all of your mornings. I do want to thank Lisa, Stacy, and Kat. Thank you. And I want to thank Cheryl, and I know you're going to give her a really big hand because you didn't just come out today just to witness this. You came out today because each and every one of you is going to be receiving a $10 gift card to one of the great gastro experiences right here in our cafe. So each and every one of you, make sure, we're going to give her a big hand, big round of applause if you're for Cheryl. So make sure when you leave that you do grab a $10 gift card. I will tell you that the prices are reasonable, the food is great. I'm pretty picky myself, and I love it. So if you need a good sandwich, a good salad, great place to bring clients. You know, one of the reasons that we came here was because the amenities are so great. They have a gym, which normally would just be for hanging my clothes, but this gym is actually like a functional gym, and you could actually go in there and work out. It's incredible. The lobby is gorgeous. The amenities in and out that we can use for conferencing. The food is incredible. I see Jeremy and I see Jim in the back, and I want to thank again the Atlantic Realty Development team for all you've done. And one more time for your $10 gift card, let's hear it for Cheryl. The three numbers I just, we're toward the end here. We're going to do a ribbon cutting before you know it, before our 1-year anniversary. Three numbers I want you to remember, and that is 4.3 billion, 18,000, and 1. 4.3 billion is what our annualized revenues are at Acrisure, consulting, et cetera. We normally don't give that out publicly, but I just want you to know the size and scope of this company. We're doing over $4 billion, 4.3 billion a year. We have 18,000 employees worldwide, including 800 in New Jersey, and about 65 right here at our Metro Park operation. And don't worry, we're going to grow. We're getting a great deal on rent. I appreciate you guys said we get a cheaper deal next time, so we're going to grow here. But for 4.3 billion, 18,000, and 1, the 1 is, this is the #1 platform in the country. This has been not perfect, but it's been about as seamless as anything, that when you put 7 different agencies together under one roof, and you bring resources to bear, and it makes us better and more efficient and more talented. So for 4.3 billion, 18,000, and the 1, the backbone that all of you are, let's hear it for Team Acrisure. Well, last piece that I'm just going to say, there was a Zig Ziglar quote. I would rarely quote him, but it's normally I wouldn't give attribution, but since it's being recorded, I don't want to plagiarize it. But if people like you, they will listen to you, right? But if they trust you, they will do business with you. And so the fact of the matter is, the men and women, the folks that are in this room, people like you and they trust you. And that is why they are clients of Arisure. They know that with us, with you, with all of these people, we can talk about friendship, we can talk even a little bit about politics. I don't care what your persuasion is. There's great people, on each and every side of the issues. But what's most important at the end of the day is the quality of the work product and the job and what we produce as consultants, as advisors, as brokers, as trusted individuals. Everybody has insurance. Everybody needs it. It's in all facets of your life. And so you all serve a critical point for those individuals, for those thousands upon thousands of clients that we represent. And so for that friendship, for that trust, for that I want to thank each and every one of you. And for the last time, let's hear it for Arisure. And with that, the program is done, but we're going to actually cut a ribbon and we're going to raise a glass.
All right, I'm going to count down from 5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome.
So, as we're passing around the champagne, I think we're going to do the toast from up here, so you'll have ample opportunity to eat and drink after. But to all of you that are here with us today, and to the entire team and all to the elected officials, let's hear it for Arisure. Here we go. Here, here.